secrets. Now, Sally, you're going to have more on this a little later in the sport. Thank you very much. We'll be talking to James Pearce, who's at that news conference and will be joining us for that.
Meanwhile, let's turn to other stories this morning. The government plans for changing the way that police forces are controlled in England and Wales. We can speak now to Councillor Rob Garnham, Chair of the Association of Police Authorities. They'll be scrapped under the government's plans. He's in our central London studio now. Good morning, Mr Garnham.
Good morning.
So you are against these proposals?
Police authorities and the Association of Police Authorities is very much against the proposals to move policing governance from a body of 17 people and place all that power in the hands of one elected commissioner.
But I suppose the point that the government makes is that the police authorities are not being used, they're not visible enough to the public, and so they feel that in the hands of one person, that role is probably more effectively carried out.
Well, I'd contest that starting point about not being visible and not doing the job. We've been delivering efficient and effective policing for many years now, and recent inspections didn't find us wanting in that regard. But also I think we're extremely visible and effective when we're setting the council tax, the precept that pays for policing, and when we talk to our communities and then sit with the Chief Constable, as we do each year, and set the policing plan. So to say that the argument for change is just based on an argument of being invisible, I don't think is a sound one.
But at this point, the decision's already been taken effectively, hasn't it? So I suppose to what extent you actually can work with these new proposals and get the best out of them must be the challenge now.
It is a big challenge. We've stated our opposition, but what we've got to do is make sure that we continue, on behalf of the public, we've got to continue to highlight the risks behind this move, the risks behind the cost. We know it's going to cost over 100 million extra. The timing, perfect storm is just about to brew. I know we've had the weather, but there's a perfect storm of the Olympics coming, the changing to police governance, changing to officers' pay and conditions. All these things are coming together. So we're concerned about the timing, we're concerned about the costs, and we're also concerned about disenfranchising some communities. At the moment, police authorities represent a great range of communities and diverse communities. Again, one person, all that power. How are they going to make sure they represent the wider community in their policing area?
Rob Garnham, thanks very much.
Now, scientists say the length of a man's fingers could determine his risk of developing